6MQI, NU6F.
NU6F, W6MQI. Yeah, there's some relatively deep, quick QSB on you. You almost, I don't say you almost fade away, but still hearing you. But yeah, conditions haven't been all that great the last week or so. We've been playing around with that QMX transceiver I built. I think I sent you pictures. Anyway, you can look up my QFO page of what I got going there. But yeah, it's been a fun little project. And good on you not bringing home more stuff. Yeah, unfortunately I had to work yesterday. Maybe next year. Well, next year I'll be retired, so I won't have to work unless there's something else, but try and make it next year. Anyway, guess I'll stand by for the net. NU6F, W6MQI.
Okay, Dave. Yeah, surprised not to hear the other net on there, so I thought something's wrong with the radio. Nope, there you are. All right, yeah, signal's coming up, so I guess it's going to improve for a little while. All right, see you in a bit. W6MQI, NU6F.
Frequency in use, W7MS. Good morning. Yeah, they signed off at 6:50 a.m.
Good morning there, Mike. Yeah, okay, I thought I would be waiting to tune, but no, I was able to tune right off the bat. Alrighty, well, made it through yesterday, but I was beat. Alrighty. Who's got the net this morning? Is it Chuck or is it Henry?
Well, it's me, WA7YBS, and it looks like I'm 600 hertz high. But knowing the TK68 exciter, it'll probably drift down to the frequency that we need. So anyway, yes, I was beat yesterday also. And, but what can you say? Pretty good swap meet. I sold a lot of stuff, so that was the main thing. I have in the number one spot, Dave, W6MQI. This is the order I heard you guys. And Dave's coming in here quite strong. Ron, NU6F is in the number 2 spot, also a good strong signal. And number 3 is Mike, W7MS. And we'll hold off on too many comments about the swap until we get going on the net here on the N7RTA swap meet. So we'll see if there's anybody else that wants to check in, get in here in a pre-net warm-up for the Vintage Military Radio Net. And that's what this is. This event is the Nevada style military radio net. And so that licensed amateurs can run their vintage military radio gear on the air in the AM mode. And of course, you can operate other modes if you want. And we try to accommodate what we can. Of course, military radios aren't a prerequisite for checking in with what you have. And subject conversation, though, is generally about military radio. And so we'll see how it goes. Let's see if there's a number 4 wants to get in here and get an early check-in. So number 4 is open, Vintage Military Radio Net. Go ahead now. Okay, there's Chuck, K0DWC. You're in the number 4 spot. See if there's a number 5 out there. Number 5 is open, Vintage Military Radio Net. I know we're a little bit early, but that's okay because everybody's usually warming up the gear. Number 5 is open. If you want to check in, do it now.
Good morning from W1NZR.
Okay, there's Brown. W1NZR, good signal in here. And saying good morning to you. Good to hear you. And number 6 is Bill. N6BCT is in there. So good morning to you, Bill. You're coming in pretty good. Number 7 is open. If you want to be number 7, check in now. Okay. Let me read the order of the list here real quick. Number 1 is Dave, W6MQI. Number 2 is Ron, NU6F. Number 3 is Mike, W7MS. Number 4 is Chuck, K0DWC. Number 5 is Brown, W1NZR. And number 6 is Bill, N6BCT. I'm running what I am going to call in the future the Swoboda Big Rig. And of course, we all know that W6MIT has been reassigned to Rick, and formerly W6NIR. And so I'm going to refer to these rigs that I have now as the Swoboda transmitters. And so if you wonder what that is, that was John's name, John Swoboda, W6MIT. So anyway, we're running the big rig, 300 watts, 4-250A, modulated by a pair of 572Bs. The antenna is a 130-foot center-fed tuned inverted V. And the receiver is the Raycal Silver Spring, Maryland version, United States version from Raycal Communications in Silver Spring, Maryland. It's the RA6117A. So anyway, that's the rundown. And so let's read the list one more time. Number 1, W6MQI. Number 2, NU6F. Number 3, W7MS. Number 4, K0DWC. Number 5, W1NZR. Number 6, N6BCT. So let me check. There is a number 7 open. If you want to check in, do it now. Okay, up to Dave. Number 1, W6MQI. Go ahead.
All right, W87YBS, W6MQI. Good morning, everybody. We sound pretty good here in Littlemore. Today, we're on the ART-13 with the 75A4 receiver. And looking forward to seeing how the swap meet went with everybody. Hopefully everybody sold what they wanted to sell and bought what they wanted to buy. Unfortunately, I had to work. So maybe next year. Weather here today is 60 degrees. The rain lowers in. But, just like yesterday, it ended up burning off. It turned out to be a nice day, and I'm sure it's going to be the same again today. So that's the quick rundown here. Over to Ron. NU6F, W6MQI.
Okay, see if I got it. I think so. Would you check my frequency? Not bad. The other T3 exciter stuck with the rest of the T3. All right, guys. Well, yeah, rapid QSB, but signals are above my noise. I'm the noise canceller, and so far it is still easy to phase out. So it's a phase I'm going through. Anyhow, transmitting the T3 receiver R390A, the long wire, same old V104, and that's about it. Okay, take it away, Mike, W7MS.
Well, thank you very much, Ron. NU6F and the Sunday morning vintage military knit, Nevada style, W7MS. And Well, I think I'm on the air here. But everything's fine here. Had a good time with the swap. Won't overplay first round with too many specifics. We'll save that for Henry. This morning running the Collins TCS-12 pair and the Collins 30S1 courtesy of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So over to Chuck, K0 DWC W7MS.
Okay, Mike. W7MS, K0DWC. All right. Well, so far so good. I've heard everybody with no problem. Everybody sounded pretty good. A bit of background noise. But, yeah, I had a good time yesterday. Got to see everybody. That was the important thing. I didn't buy nothing. That wasn't the thing either, but anyway. We're running the TCS-13 this morning. So Mike and I are in tandem running the 12 and the 13. Doing good. Got an ARC-13. We got the Kubota big rig, RC3. Good car. So I'll keep it going. And we'll send it over to Brown. Brown, it was good seeing you yesterday. It really was. W1NZR, K0DWC.
Okay, Chuck. K0DWC and the Vintage Military Sunday Morning Net. A very good morning from W1NZR. All signals are quite good so far. Chuck, you're a little closer to the noise. Dave and Mike are the channel masters this morning, followed very closely by Henry in the Kubota MIT rig, and I actually last week met with the new W6 MIT, Rick Durante, when I was down in the Bay Area. I believe he's taken over that call. I guess he never actually met Kubota, but had a great deal of respect for him. Anyway, had a very enjoyable Minden swap, seeing everyone, and my next door neighbor Mike at the event helped me unburden myself from a few pieces. It was good, but like him, I'll wait till the next round. So, Bill, over to you. Hopefully you're copying. You were a little difficult first go around, but hopefully you're hearing me. That's 6 BCT and the Vintage Net from W1NZR. Go ahead, Bill.
N6BC2WA7YBS. Okay. Well, good signals all the way around. Yeah, it's well, it's hard to pick a top dog. All good signals. Feels a little rough, but that's not unusual. And even he has some receiving environment problems there. The SDR receiver, GPH SDR receiver. So anyway, very good. Let's see if there's anybody else out there. Let's check in Vintage Military Radio Net, Nevada style. And number 7 is open if you want to get in here on the first go around. Number 7, check in now. Well, there's Robert. W7MKA. Go ahead and make a transmission here, Robert. Back to me, WA7YBS. Go ahead. About an S7, so a bit of QSB, but you're Q5, so that's no problem. And sounds good. Good to have you check in. Glad the conditions are good. It's going from well, this area here of the United States up to if there's anybody else who wants to check in, number 8 is open. If you want to be number 8, go around. Vintage Military Radio Net. Go ahead now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's see. The swap meet was, I was able to sell about half of what I bought, which is pretty good. And, you know, I had some real hardball, you know, challenges on accepting some very low prices, but you know, the stuff's got to move, so it's got to move. You got to take, if there's someone interested, well, you accommodate them. But I did sell, you know, some stuff for decent prices. And of course, the big ticket items, the antenna tuner, the Nye Viking MB5, that didn't sell. And I was very, very surprised that Philco 60 Cathedral didn't sell. It was very cheap, and it was in nice shape. But, hey, you never know. I also did not buy anything. There was a couple of temptations. But I just, you know, it's kind of one of those things that after you leave the swap and get home, you think, you know, I should have got that, but hey, I didn't. And but it was a Lambda power supply, and it was a 12-volt one, but it was 30 amps, and so it was not an extremely large size package, but it was respectable. Typical Lambda linear supply of that time period, probably 1980s or so, 1970s, prior to the switching power supplies. And so anyway, yeah, that was real tempting at $10, but I don't know why I didn't get it. I just didn't. So anyway, it was nice to meet everybody and see everybody. And of course, I had a total lapse of consciousness of some type. There is, I didn't recognize Andy. You know, KD6TKX, I have no idea. Andy probably thought I was senile, but it's, you know, he's talking to me, and I had to finally ask him, who are you? And you talk about embarrassing. That was embarrassing. So I don't know. It must have been his disguise that he had on. So anyway, that was my report. So let's do roundtable, and we'll see what Ron and Mike and Chuck and Brown thought of the swap meet. So over to Dave, number 1, W6MQI, WA7YBS.
All right, WA7YBS, W6MQI. Well, that's all right, Henry. One of the ladies I work with at work, I was in a store with my wife one time and pulled into the line to check out, and she was in front of us. She turned around and, she said, hi, Dave, and for the life of me, I could not remember her name. And I had to try and introduce her to my wife, and it was like total blank. Talk about embarrassing. Yep, been there, done that. Well, shoot, guys, I got nothing to report on the swap meet, obviously, but yeah, I've done that before. You see something out there, you start driving home. Should have got that. Oh well. Sometimes for the better, though. The only thing I got to report is I finally got my check from the gentleman back east in Tennessee for the TC case. Sounds like he's coming out either August or September. And project's trying to finish up my QMX slash PRC 174 clone project that I've been put together. I've got pictures of what I might do also page. I'm not going to be sending out any more emails to anybody for projects. I'm tired of getting emails back about projects, so it's better just not to send them out anymore. Sucks that there's such awful people out there in the world. Can't seem to have a nice word. Anyway, I digress. Let's see. Yeah, so anyway, interested to hear what everybody's what they bought or sold, and moving along here. So who's next? Ron, W6F, W6MQ.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, there we are. All right, guys. Well, conditions about the same on everybody. Like Henry says, signals are pretty even for everyone. I'm still having a tough time with Chuck. And Robert, I could only hear when I switched over to the big loop. I wasn't able to hear him on the long wire. But all in all, why, it's enough, good enough for communications. Not good enough for high fidelity, but it's, like Mike says, it is amateur radio. All right, Dave, on the TCK, wow, you got the check already. And they're not going to be here till August or September. Well, gee, this means you can sell it again. And and then you can tell them about how somebody stole the TCK. You don't have to come out from Tennessee. Well, boy, that is a long haul. Did you ever I wonder if you ever found out any more details on that museum? And do they have other radios there, or was it going to be functional, or what? Or maybe even just the name of the museum, and maybe I'll Google it and take a look. And okay, on the QMX project, it's too bad on the emails. Every now and then that happens. You sit there and you put something out there, and the critiques, and you're not asking for anything, but it's kind of like, boy, finally finishing this project, and I like the way it came out, and yeah, someone else will say, well, you got the color wrong. How can you use those screws on it? That whatever. I don't know. It's like, well, anyhow, no projects other than packing suitcases. I'm going to go ahead and try and rejuggle things one more time. But I think I got 2 suitcases at 45 to 47 pounds, and I plan on leaving some of those pounds back over there. So on the return flight, I'm not going to end up having 2. But anyhow, that's the deal for that. And like I say, it was good visiting folks. And I never did see Andy, but maybe that's because he was incognito. I saw the rest of the gang, but yeah, there you go. All right. Well, with that, take it away, Mike. W7MS, NU6F.
Well, thank you, Ron.
Now, stand by a second here.
Getting thrown out by the mod monitor when I had it set up for the 10 watt position without the 30S1, and I was confused on the first transmission because it's pegging to the extreme right. But too much information. NU6F, W7MS. Well, good reception from all. No nuance of fading. The usual issues with N6BCT, but we all know that. And what can I say? I'm looking at the Svoboda modulation monitor, Henry. So, and that's a good choice. And I always generally interchanged MIT and John's last name and descriptions and comments. So, very appropriate to use that fine Eastern European last name. I think probably of probably Czech derivation, I believe, based on my Ellis Island DNA. But that's great. And yeah, it was a pleasure to see the usual suspects and embarrassment. Yeah, social foot and mouth. I don't think I accomplished any major events, but there were a few close calls. So Henry, totally understand with that comment. And standing in line in the grocery store and being blindsided, been there, done that also, Dave, and congratulations on receiving Do Re Mi. And I guess my issue would be, or question would be, is that truly a museum? Because some people would claim I'm running a museum, but I don't have a museum attached to the front door. But it's been called that, so it's a relative term. And yeah, pleasure being next door to Brown, which also can be dangerous, especially when it's pack-up time. You never quite know what might suddenly be transferred to your side of the demarcation, demilitarized zone. But I had a few items that just conveniently showed up on my side of the DMZ. But then again, in retribution, I did some transfers to our host and hostess, and left those in the pile, and actually transferred some price stickers on the blue tape and moved them over to my stuff that I was donating to the cause there, with a big thank you to Brad and Sue. Yeah, and the swap meet in general, I think, was one of the, if not the less attended from a seller standpoint, not bad from a buyer standpoint, but it was all good. Sold some junk, some annoying lowball offers, but these guys have to win because theirs is bigger than mine, and it's okay because generally it's you're passing something on that was of little or no value and no cash outlay in the transfer, so it's all good. And you but I did I think I definitely came back probably heavier than I left. Thank you, Brown. And the heavy lifting was done Thursday on a pre-arranged pickup from Brown, and I'm not going to get into the. It's embarrassing. I've just got to. We'll just hold it close, at least in the short term, because it could be construed as braggadocious. But then again, folks may may wish to check me into an institution. But I will comment on Carla. She was so great looking at that PRC 47 because it was cute, and she had her chance. We had some good chuckles with that with Chuck, and a lot of fun, a lot of smiles, and that went home with Andy. And if anybody didn't recognize Andy, I was surprised when he left. He had a small cube truck, a cube van from a certain rental company, from U-Haul. And I guess that's maybe all you could get from the local rental agency in Coalinga, since he has some vehicle issues on the personal side. So that was quite a surprise on his departure to see him roll up in the cube van. But maybe too much information, and I have not unloaded the Jeep. It's still fully loaded. So over to Chuck, and I'm sorry she didn't get that PRC 47. K0 DWC W7MS.
Okay, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, she got me over there to look at it, look at Brown's PRC 47. I'm glad that Andy got that from Brown. You know, Andy would look at it from a functional standpoint. Carla looks at it from a cute standpoint. And the last thing that she bought that she said was cute was that damn Volkswagen that she drives. That thing has been a thorn in my side for 5 years. All that trouble just because she thought the stupid thing was cute. I don't understand. But anyway, yeah, it was fun, and we enjoyed ourselves. And you know, it's funny. Every time I went over by Mike's Jeep and all his stuff out there, there always seemed to be a cast of characters around. I just happened to go by there, and this guy was wanting something, and I heard Mike say, "Well, if you buy that, I'll throw that in for nothing." Oh, that was fun. That was fun. I don't know what the outcome of that was, but it tickled my funny bone. But a good time was had, I think, by all of us. It was good to see Mike and Ron, and Brown, and Vern. Vern has to be excused this morning. He said he probably wasn't going to be getting up. And, you know, I don't know how long Vern stays, but the heat looks like it's starting to take its toll on him. I know his dear wife was sitting over there with Henry and Sharon, and she looked like she was getting tuckered out pretty quick. But I hope they made it home okay, and I'm sure Vern will be back on next Sunday. But anyway, had a good talk with Tom, WA6OPE, and Andy down there where they had their stuff, and talked to them for a while. And it was good to see Bobby Hallicrafters. I hadn't seen him in a long time. I was really happy to see him there, and Brad, and John Lawson, and Tom, W6TOM. I talked to him for a few minutes, but good time was had. We didn't buy anything or bring anything to sell. We wanted to see everybody, so that was a good thing. But congratulations on all the purchases that people made and all the sales that people made. I know Henry did well. Mikey, I'm not sure how you did selling stuff, but I'd like to say you probably did pretty good. You filled the Jeep up and went home heavier than you showed up. Congratulations on that, and it was a blast. So anyway, and forgive my rudeness. I meant to say first round, good morning to everybody. Good to see everybody there. So anyway, we will send it down to Brown, W1NZR. And get Brown's comments on the day yesterday. So, Brown, take her away, W1NZR, K0 DWC.
W1NZR. Are you there, Brown? Go ahead.
Thank you, Henry. Sorry about that. Chuck faded. I copied it quite well through 98% of his transmission, but then he unfortunately faded way down into the noise. Such is the plight of this frequency at this time of the morning. Anyway, very good, Chuck. Well, it was good to see you and Carla. And please tell Carla, perhaps she's within earshot, that it may not be the last opportunity for her to have a PRC-47. And we did enjoy her enthusiasm viewing it. I did bring one with just about all the accessories, save for the silver-based batteries and the transit case itself had all the paraphernalia with it. But yes, it did go home with Andy. I was a little surprised. But again, it may not be her last opportunity to acquire one. And I was very fortunate. I returned most of the load, the three-quarter-ton truck that brought me up there. So I was very pleased with that. Yes, Mike did end up with a few treasures at the end unexpectedly, but I know we'll put them to good use or abuse or part or what have you. It was a good social event. Great to see you, Henry, and I know that my buddy Brad Ralph from our home league will totally caught that in the picture. Yeah, I was a little disappointed. I thought Brad's efforts at advertising would bring in a few more people, but it was slightly weak. But I think there's also a large number of other activities occurring on Woodstock 3rd of June, which compete for attention. And radio seems to be falling down lower and lower on the scale. But anyway, Ron, good to see you, and safe travels back to the Azores. And maybe we'll hear you on 630 meters. I know you're going to be working on that. So I was tempted by a couple of things. I purchased only a few trinkets, and so my 12-step program seems to be working thus far. We'll see how far that goes, but there's more to unload. So it really was good to see everyone there, and nice that Andy made the event to come up, as well as Tom OPE in his fine, unmatchable curmudgeonly style. It's always great to have him around. So anyway, all right, over to Bill. N6 BCT and the net from W1NZR. Go ahead, Bill.
W7MKA, Robert. Bill turned it over to you. Go ahead.
Did you hear the handoff, Henry?
Okay, I don't know what the heck's going on, but Mike, W7MS, am I missing something with that sideband station? Go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought I heard Robert hand it back to you a while back, and of course I'm hearing the sideband station, which is probably affecting Robert. That's the usual story. I think he's handed it back, and if not, my apologies, but there's a slight nuance of ESP required, W7MS.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, the guy, the sideband station was talking about a swap meet, so I thought maybe it was pertinent, but apparently not. So anyway, yeah, that was certainly very close. About 72, I believe he's on. So anyway, 3.972, that is. And so anyway, so I got on everybody's report on Brad's get-together there, the swap meet. I think that was like number 22. Something like that. There was 27 sellers there. And of course, we forgot to mention N9AMI, John, AMI International. John was there and very active in the video front, and I haven't seen the video pop up yet on the internet for John's recording of the event. There's another one that was on there, but it has absolutely no commentary. It's just a guy walking around. And so anyway, that one was kind of a dud. But look forward to John's N9AMI's recording of the 2025 N7RCA swap. So anyway, no exciting projects at the moment. And so not much to report on that front. I was hoping that there might be something at Brad's that would stimulate the little gray cells into thinking up something for another article, but that didn't happen. So we're off on a writer's cramp right now. So with that, let's go ahead and do the 73 round, and we'll turn it over to Dave, W6MQI, and the mutual embarrassment of not knowing who the heck you're talking to. But yeah, no, that was weird. I had the feeling that when Andy went away, he probably thought I was, in the depths of senility. But at any rate, let's do the 73 round, W6MQI, WA7YBS.
All right, WA7YBS, W6MQI. Yep, it sucks. All right, guys, well, boy, signals are fading fast here. I didn't even hear Robert was non-existent. You're starting to get weak too, Henry. So anyway, guys, the reports on the swap meet, and tell me it was a good time. Anyway, 73, everybody. Have a good week, and talk to you next time. Over to Ron. Oh, Ron, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of information on that museum, whatever. I think it's connected with the USS Tennessee, and they are planning on using the transmitter. So that's all I have right now. I'll probably know more later on. Anyway, over to you, Ron. NU6F, W6MQI.
That's very low audio from Ron there, NU6F. Yeah, your carrier's okay, but not much audio.
Okay, Henry, I just got a text from Ron. He said, please sign me out. So Ron says 7-3s. Back to you, W7MS for air traffic control.
Okay, yeah, I thought there was something going on there, so we'll say 73 to Ron there due to technical issues. So over to you, Mike, W7MS, WA7YBS.
Okay, well, thanks, Henry. I think Ron's got a phone call and somebody needs his assistance. So, where am I? WA7YBS, W7MS. 7-3s to Ron, if he's still listening, as he heads out the door. And also, good morning to Robert. Again, as Chuck had mentioned, for me, I failed to mention good morning to he. So nice to hear his signal from Southern Oregon. And everybody's having a great time. The band's fading. And again, I can't go full disclosure on purchases. Sales were good, Chuck. I did okay, and I was also selling for Tom Bakewell. He brought a few items over at the spring swap meet, the SNARS meet up at Cabela's, and I took the residual over to Brad's yesterday, and yeah, things moved. I didn't have to pay anybody to take anything, but came close to it with some of the bartering. It's definitely a rug bazaar these days when it comes to sales of stuff. But it's all fun, had a great time, and it was nice to get home and actually get some sleep, because I was tuckered out, as has been mentioned by other folks, and some of that's maybe age-related, and also due to lack of sleep or quality sleep. But it was all a lot of fun. So thanks, Henry, for running the show, and we're looking forward to John's N9AMI swap meet roundup. He said that he was going to do some editing, and it would be up today or this morning. So life is good, and the sun is a-rising. And Brown, have a safe, productive trip as you head south today, and keep an eye out for those crazies. So with that, hold on a second here. I'm going to turn it over to Chuck. And did Carla, is she available to eavesdrop in and hear all these positive comments on her love of radio? K0DWC W7MS.
Yeah, her love of radio.
Stand by, Vern. Yeah. This is Jukes, I recognize.
Well, I'm glad everybody had a good time. I know we did. And it was good to see everybody. Yeah, Mike, I'm guilty of that too. I meant to say good morning to Robert as well. I don't know if you can hear me. It's got rough here, pretty quick. But anyway, glad everyone had a good time. And it was a nice day for it. Wasn't too blazing for a few. Great time nonetheless. So anyway, you guys, take care and have a good week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Carla's scheduled to be next week, but I didn't luck out like you, Mike. Once we left Brad, we had to go get some lunch, and then I had to go get hay for the horses, and I had to go home and stack it. Then we had to turn right around and go to the grocery store. So, you know, I was really run down by the time that was all done. But anyway, that's how it goes. But anyway, Mike, tell Ron that we wish him a safe trip over to the Azores, and we'll look forward to seeing him back here in about 3 months or so. I don't know.
Mr. X-ray is here on both powers from the barrage.
I didn't want to mention, I didn't acknowledge on AMI. I had a good talk with him yesterday as well, and he's looking well, of course. Walking around with us, family. So I haven't seen anything yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing it as well. So, hey, everybody take care, and Brown, it's good to see you here on the West Coast, and look forward to seeing you again, if you can hear me. So have a good, safe trip south, and we'll see you later as well. Thanks, and Robert. So I'll send it down now, 7-3. Talk to you next weekend. Henry, I'll give you a buzz later this afternoon. W1NZR in the group K0 DWC signing.
Yeah, let me jump in there, Brown. Okay, so it's the X-Y. Yeah, Carl, stand by. Will be after Robert. Propagation allows us to actually hear Robert. But yeah, you're recognized and in the queue, and I will get it routed to you in order. So I'm out over to Brown, W1NZR, W7YBS.
Very good, Henry. Thank you very much. The ice conditions are deteriorating, but a very good morning to Vern. I had the pleasure of shaking his hand at the event, so that was another social milestone that not passed. That's it. Anyway, for sure, I did want to comment on one thing. Dave, MCY, I actually have met Garrett. I actually helped him just before the Dayton Xenia event this year load up some RBA, RBB, and RBC receivers that he purchased from a friend of mine, actually an acquaintance from another ham, and so I know that he's legitimate. He's a very, very decent fellow, and he is attempting to help the museum. He's also a reenactor and a vehicle collector. He's not like the rest of us, so I can vouch for him, and that's great that he is acquiring the TCK. Anyway, thank you very much for NCS duties, and really good to cross your path yesterday. Should have had a little more time to chat with you, but very, very good to see you.
and Mike as well, all of you as well. And so with that, I'm going to hand it to Bill, and saying a very, very good morning to all. N6 BCT and the Vintage Net from W1N at the ZR. Go ahead, Bill.
I don't think that Robert's going to hear Bill, but let's see if Robert is there. W7MKA. Robert isn't allowing you to actually hear us, and vice versa. W7MKA, go ahead. Yeah, I think propagation probably is playing a part in that. So let's turn it over to Vern and see what's going on with K6VXY. Turn it back to me, WA7YBS. So go ahead, Vern.
power level steps. And I had boxes of tubes on my porch when I got home. Those were boxes for the SB HX10 Marauder. I got an 08 tube and a maybe okay, but why not have some backup? I love that we kept together yesterday, and you guys agree. My wife's going to ask her how many she enjoyed meeting you all in person, all of you. So I'll say good morning again to Mike and Henry. Didn't get Henry's wife's name. I forget, but she was very nice talking to her a bit. And Carla. Good morning again to Chuck. And then it was, oh yeah, Brown, Handshake. I should call you Mr. Handshake. Boy, friendly.
Dave Vern, K6VXY, WA7YBS. All right, yeah, that's solid. We're only running 15 watts. We're coming in here pretty good. I did have to go to Exalted Carrier a couple of times, but overall, 2.5. So, very good. Thanks for checking in. Well, we'll go ahead and close the net now, and thanks everybody for your participation. Comments on the N7RCA swap meets, appreciated. And yeah, I kind of thought the same thing. It was down a little bit from years past, but that's the evolution of collecting, I guess. So anyway, everybody have a good week coming up. We'll see who's net control. It may be Carla next week, and then again it may not, but hopefully it will be Carla. And with that, we'll close the net down. 73, everybody. And Brown, I will email Brian Harrison and check in with him and tell him that we eyeballed each other. So, very good on that point. 73 all. Everybody have a good week coming up. And this is WA7YBS closing the Vintage Military Radio Net. And signing off. 73.
Okay, well, thanks, Henry, and good morning to Vern. Nice to hear you. Glad you made it home safely. W7MS.